everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Luna over here. I am a real estate agent here in Philadelphia. So in today's video, I like to talk about why I think being a real estate agent is really hard, especially from a female real estate agent perspective. For those of you guys who don't know me, I am a Philadelphia-based real estate agent, and it is my second year practicing selling real estate. So my first year, I have sold over 21 houses, and this year I'm right on track, and I'm just trying to focus more on the seller side. Let's get into why I think being a real estate agent is hard. First of all, I give you guys 3 reasons, and the end of this video I am also going to give you guys a story time, like what happened to me when I was given a chance to show a brand new construction, and I got a chance to meet the owner, and it was quite a bit of interesting. So stay tuned at the end. The 3 reasons why I think that being a real estate agent is hard is, first, you get paid differently. Most people are getting used to the mindset of getting paid by salary. It's very hard because you have to make a transaction in order to make a commission. And usually a transaction takes anywhere from 45 days to 60 days. That's if a mortgage. If you get lucky, you have a cash buyer, then it will at least take about 30 days because you have to schedule with the title company, and the title research sometimes takes 2 to 3 weeks. So definitely, since you're getting paid differently, so I would suggest any new agent to jump into this career. To start out, you need to have at least a 6 month worth of income in reserve, so that way you don't starve to death. And the second reason I think real estate is tough, because it's not just a job, it's mostly like a business. So for somebody to manage your own business, there's risks and there's also liabilities. So you have to encounter, and I have to think about the marketing expenses, like how to generate leads, how to do lead follow-up if you don't have assistant, and then also your own personal branding. So I can't stress out enough about how important it is to do your own personal branding, because a lot of people, they like to sign up with like big franchise company, and I understand having a good name, a well-known name, it's good. When you, like, let's say if you're cold call people and you said, hey, this is Luna with Remax and this is Luna with Keller Williams, it does sound a lot better, but it doesn't really differentiate you and your own business, because any real estate office is different. Any franchise, they have each branch in different areas. So I think it's really important for you to kind of come out the crowd branding as who you really are. So that's kind of one of the reasons I switched from Keller Williams to a local company, my company that I'm working currently, Canon Realty, right now, because people don't even know who Canon Realty is, but they know who Luna G is. The third reason that I think being a real estate agent is super tough is you have to kind of manage your own schedule and be very good with time management. And a lot of people, when they first start out, they focus on the buyer, and buyer has those crazy schedule. Most people have 9 to 5, so they were just so caught up working after hours, you end up working super long hours. Okay, so let's get into the story time, shall we? So about, I would say 4 months ago, one of the buyer that called me off from Zillow wanted to see a brand new construction. I've already showed him one, but he wants to see a few others, and his budget is $500,000. So I was like, okay. So I picked out a few locations, and I called the listing agent. I set up the showings. So the first house we went to see, the listing agent went there, and he said the owner can let you in because they're still remodeling a bunch of row homes to the end unit. So, but there's like a model home that's already finished, and you can take a look at that. So, okay, so we went there, we would look at the houses, and, the developer was like, the owner was like following us and give us like a really thorough explanation and just, you know, a bunch of like details. So at the end of that conversation, I know my buyer weren't really that interested about the house, so we just kind of moved on. And about 2 months, I would say about 2 months after, I got a phone call from that developer. And keep in mind, he's about like 50, 60 years old. And then he called me, he said, hey, I was wondering, you know, what's going on with that buyer? Had they ever like purchased a house? And I was like, no, I don't think so. And then he started to like be very interested about what I do. So he's like, hey, why don't you come down here? I'll show you more like sample homes. And we just purchased like another lot on the other side. I was getting kind of excited because I had a feeling that he might want me to list his house for some reason. I looked up on public record, one of his houses he purchased, like there's like 5 row homes, so one of the row home actually went expired. So I got really excited because I thought that was going to be a potential listing appointment. And when I actually got there, you know, we sit down, we start talking, and then he find out my information through the listing agent that he has currently. And the listing agent looked me up on Facebook, and for some reason that he and the listing agent thought that I was single. And I don't really understand, like, how come I'm single, because I am not single. Even on my Facebook, I listed my status as married. But anyways, so it got quite interesting. I told him, I said, no, I'm married. And then I said, and then he's like, oh, okay, well, then if you have, you know, any, like, good looking like friends, you can help me hook up, whatever, like you can help me out. I was like, okay, well, I'll keep it in mind. So honestly, I think this is just completely waste of time, because I had the impression that it was a listing appointment, and second of all, like, it's just not professional at all. Then he called me like last week, that was like 2 months after, and he had to call me again. He asked me about the buyer, and I said, I don't really know what happened with my buyer. And I told him, I said, to be honest, I don't really care, because I'm trying to focus more on the listing side. And then he goes, I was hoping that you can help me bring a buyer and sell my, you know, new construction. And then I said, hey, listen, like, if you want me to sell your new construction, you know what to do. Like, you know how to make me a listing agent. I'm very good at selling properties because that's what I'm specialized in. I'm trying to focus more on the listing side. And then he goes, well, how are you gonna make money just only talking to sellers? And I'm like, that's the whole point of this game. You have to focus on sellers and getting a great deal. And then he's like, well, if you ever come across like big lot and, you know, in good deal, you know, you can always let me know. I was like, yeah, you know, I'll let you know. But like, that's the point I really like figured out in this business. It's all about sharpening your own skills, especially as female. In this industry, I feel like it's very male dominant, and a lot of time I think it's hard for female to kind of speak up. If I have the skills to get great deals, then people should just listen to me. They should treat you equally. And yeah, so that kind of was why I think, being a, like, speaking from a female perspective, I don't know if that has happened to you guys, but I just think it was completely waste of time. You know, now that I'm in the 2nd year of my business, I'll definitely be better and more efficient with like my time management. If something like that has ever happened again, it just won't happen. Like, I won't allow that to happen again. So I know, I hope you guys like this story time. I went all in and just tried to be as transparent as possible. I didn't really want to disclose anyone's names or what company they are, just to keep it private. But if you guys like this type of video, please hit a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. And this is Luna over here. I will see you guys in the next video.